There is nothing inherently wrong with you. Every year, like clockwork, I see this wave of self-improvement content during the New Year's time, where videos tend to be around becoming unrecognizable or becoming a whole different person in the new year. This doesn't sit right with me at all. I think it is so damaging and unhelpful in the long run because it implies that we're not complete or valid people as we are. Someone needs to stop this identity-led self-elimination nonsense. A lot of people live in circumstances where shame is very common, both culturally, or we just have like compulsions everywhere that we kind of shame others for not like looking a certain way or behaving a certain way. And it's really infuriating to me. Please, with everything that I'm saying in this video, please use your discernment and ensure that we're like also thinking about nuances. And of course, we have our shortcomings or points we want to improve on, but that doesn't mean that we are broken or need fixing. There is nothing inherently wrong with who we are as people. And I promise you, it is not sustainable to hate yourself into betterment. You cannot improve yourself by hating yourself into submission. Like, we need to not forget that we're actually soft animals. Self-hatred cannot be improved by acting out more from that same place of hatred, but by making adjustments to our selfhood so that we bring out the most of the good we have within ourselves. And I really do believe that goodness is a quality. And that quality, I mean it in both sense, as in something that we have like existing within ourselves, and also something that we can like scale and improve on. I think that our goals should be led by our goodness and not by our hatred. And with all of this, I don't mean to say that bad people don't exist, because they absolutely do. But I also find it really unlikely that a truly evil person would be reading this or listening to this. The quality of a good person is to want to be better. So the people that are calm and magnetic, those are the people that fully embody themselves. And they're not imitations of what they think others want them to be. I think it's very common that people hate themselves more or become violently ill when they realize that actually they're not themselves. What really is the point of this? The question I want to phrase: how can we write goals that focus on embodiment as opposed to our identity? And I want to split those two by first defining them. What I mean by embodiment is the full habitation of ourselves, which we literally are ourselves for our entire life. Identity is like a set of definitions that describe a person at a given time, but it doesn't include all the kinds of people they have been. And this is where I really want to hone in the fact that I believe that we need to focus on our embodiment over our identity. Because our priorities change, our environments change, our goals change, and all of this affects our identity, but being in our own body does not change. So we need to treat ourselves as us who are evolutionary beings. You are not confined to the set of words that describe you at a certain given time. So we need to reframe the way we write goals to focus on embodying ourselves more fully. Or for example, careers or anything you want to learn, like a skill that you want to learn. You would self-reject or like focus so much on identity when you say, oh, only, or these are the only type of people to exist, and therefore I need to become that type of person. This can work in some cases, but it's really the framing of this that I have an issue with. So the way that I would write it in an embodied way is I want to expand my skills so that I can make the most of what I have to offer and build on the skills that I have now. So it becomes like this expansive topic instead of like this rejecting, like world closing in on us. Instead of thinking, who should I be in this new year? It's more about how you want to feel in the new year, because that identity that you are creating for that one period of time will only exist that one period of time, but your feelings, you're constantly like in momentum and in flow with your feelings if you focus your goals on your embodiment over your identity. And I have to also stress another point about language, that language lets us breathe life or death into ourselves and others. To begin the sentences with to as actions, because when we phrase things beginning with I want, I almost find it a little bit reductive to say I want, because it subsequently implies that it is something out of reach for us, which it is absolutely not. So for example, instead of I want to, I would say to expand my time for enrichment, rest, and time with friends. Because that's an action. That's like time blocking in your planner, and not saying, oh, I would love to spend more time. That's like hopeful, like that's just like wishing, which is important, but it is not an action. It doesn't convert your dreams into an action. I really hope that this video speaks to some of you, because I've and I might be more passionate in this video than usually, and it's just because it's something that really is important to me, that people don't feel trapped in identity, because in my 25 years of life, I haven't known any single person to not be flexible in some way. And if they are, it is quite concerning if they have not changed even a tiny thing, like the way they hold their pen or the way they wear their clothes. It is just very natural for us as humans to constantly evolve. And so I think our feeling within our body is more important than our sense of identity, because identity is malleable and embodiment is eternal. Yeah, I hope this helps everyone. I have also made like a photo version of this so that you can screenshot and think of ways to apply this directly to your personal life. And take care, everyone, and don't force yourself to become someone who you're not. Remember that being yourself, or being within yourself, is the greatest asset you have in this life. Bye bye.